everyone who lives in here. There are some facts that I just learned on my troubled times. Right after last month, I uploaded the videos which is that time I'm not really passionate to make the video because I'm really troubled by that times and I made the video just like like don't really want to, but just try it and fail. But here I might come back again. It's about related with OCD, anxiety, and kind of my heart problems or mind problems, connected with you know the philosophy that I just talked about, the stoicism philosophy. There is one thing that stoicism is not really 100% wrong, but actually not 100% right too. And now I just want to talk about the wrong thing because most of people talk about stoicism on the YouTube and philosophy channel and any kind of that psychological or some theory or of mind blown minding, like and you know what I mean, right? So stoicism is not clearly right too. I mean not all people understand how to manage the stoicism theory, like uh, the most of philosophers do, like I don't really remember, so sorry if I'm wrong, like it's like Aristotle and Plato or and every kind and everyone that's clearly do the stoicism philosophy on the right way. But I mean there is a problem that most of people do that philosophy lessons about stoicism and learn it in the wrong way, that lead them to nihilism or like nihilism, and it's just complete destruction, right? Self-destructive, it's lead to self-destructive, and it's also about not being self-centered and like that. I mean self-centered is not really wrong, like I mean we all have ego as human being, we have desires, we have goals, and doesn't mean that stoicism hold us from doing all of that. But the problem is most of people doing that philosophy about stoicism on the wrong way, like just like a pessimist, existential nihilism, like so they don't have any dream that just living for the day, and actually I was one of them. Even I only realized it a few days ago. And I think it's normal because we're still a learner, right? We are a learner for the rest of our life, and we learn that stoicism is not really right for to do to achieve any kind of goals, and especially for OCD people that really need support system and on the right way. And that's the just point, right? Stoicism not 100% right and not 100% wrong. The right thing is about manage our emotions, control our emotion, control our mind, control our desires, and control our reaction towards anything happen to us, either it's good or bad. Because if you are receive the good news while we're expecting bad, that's a problem too. It's a called protective mechanism. We protect ourselves from anything bad happen to us, so we always assume the worst thing, the worst case scenario, the worst case scenario, anything that happen. That's called protective mechanism, assuming the worst case scenario. I watched that from Marty Shishi's channel about healing and freedom journey, and it's really helped me and even some of them, or maybe even you. I just realized that's wrong. The protective mechanism is completely right, especially for OCD people. To instead protect ourselves from anything happen to us, either it's good or bad. But there's a good thing that from that, um, because that when we receive good news, we often feel more happier than ever than if we expect something greater than that. And if we receive bad news, we can be sad too, but not really overreacted about it. But and again, it's a protective mechanism. I'm still confused about that actually. So if you are more understanding than me, you can comment it on comment section below about what you understand about protective mechanism and what is right and what is wrong, because this protective mechanism is still connected with stoicism philosophy, that maybe always assuming the worst, but sometimes protective mechanism can be wrong too if we are doing it in the wrong way, or only to cope with anxiety and afraid to react. Or it's like when you're smiling and then you receive something bad news, and you are going crazy after you are hope so much, right? And I'm still confused about that too. So that's what I'm talk about. See you next time. Adios.